This is it. Real talk and whatnot.
What's going on, Micah Diele? How you doing?
Not much. This is my first official, and it sounds good.
Oh.
First official, maybe official podcast. Could just be a practice round. Who knows?
I feel like this is going to be number one. I feel like after a couple of these bad boys, it's all going to get flowing. All right.
Just start now.
Let's get it going.
Some Blue Moon. Here.
Hey, cheers to
brother.
episode 1, man.
Cheers,
to
brother.
episode 1. Yeah, this is super cool, man. I'm super stoked that you got this up and going.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it if I didn't force myself to do it. So I just throw myself in uncomfortable situations and roll with it.
That's what you got to do, and you are a master at that.
Yeah,
You're really
exactly.
good at that.
I was just telling Chris today on the phone. I was like, you just gotta throw yourself in an uncomfortable position, man. Like, I was like, it might suck, but like majority of the time, something good comes out of it.
I have moments throughout my day where I'm like, what would Micah do?
Thank you, WWMD.
Yeah, sometimes it gets me in trouble with that. No, I'm just playing. No, did you order all this stuff while you were at my house? I remember you looking at it.
I ordered these 2 microphones and the mixer board while I was at your house. Little did I know I was still gonna have to order other wires and stuff. And I think I might just either switch to this with Duffy or just do USBs for now, because you can plug in as many USBs, and as it seems like it's easier to do that for recording multiple things at once.
I believe you.
Yeah, apparently it's harder to podcast than just recording on your phone.
I think you knocked out like the hardest part so far. Like, I mean, obviously you're still gonna have to figure out a bunch of shit. We're still gonna have to learn a bunch, but I mean, hey, you got a place that looks good, and I think
it looks legit. That's why
it looks cool. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed.
I'm impressed with myself.
But yeah, I mean, it'll be more money to spend. Just like when you get into photography, video, and you're like, I just want to start.
I just want to get something
thousands
small.
of dollars deep.
One camera is $2,500.
Yeah.
Minus no lenses. Can't even use it yet.
I've definitely spent more money than I've made.
Oh, for sure. Well, I just went ahead and within a year decided let me to really invest my whole savings into it.
But this year's going to be a good year.
Yeah.
It's 2021, man. We made it through 2020.
Made it 6 days into it till all hell broke loose.
That's a good 6 days, though. It's almost a week.
Hot take.
Yeah.
Capitol building. Just kidding.
Yeah, dude. What do you think about all that shit?
I don't know.
Everyone keeps showing like the Simpsons meme next to it. I'm like, how real is that?
I was like,
I'm like, he has the exact same tattoos and everything.
The guy with the horns. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, he's got like the buffalo headdress on.
I was like, okay, it's like Simpsons purposely having somebody like go make sure that their things happen, or they just create the character and push it out.
Yeah, there's that, or I don't watch The Simpsons that much, so I couldn't tell you.
I never even watched The Simpsons growing up, or like knew that many. I mean, I knew people watched The Simpsons, but like, is it popular enough to be running for?
I think it is.
Seems like
my buddy's brother, he's like a big Simpsons nerd. They're out there.
Yeah, but I'm like,
it's actually pretty funny.
No, yeah, it's like it is. It's like it's like the first Family Guy type of deal, or like something like that. And I get its appeal, but it's like you would think. I mean, I'm not hating on The Simpsons.
Do you hate The Simpsons?
I hate The
Micah?
Simpsons. Hot takes. No, but it doesn't seem like no one my age is like, hey, you see The Simpsons episode last night?
Well, when you get older, you will start watching The Simpsons.
Maybe it's an older thing.
No, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. This is a hell of a world we live in.
It is.
It just never stops, like the amount of content for the TV show called America. It just keeps rolling.
Yeah, that's true. And just dumber and dumber ideas start coming up. And it's like 20 game shows, all literally the same thing. Let's see with talented people, but we're going to call it 6 different things.
Are you pitching a show for me right now?
Alrighty. No, I don't have a show
So
to
check
pitch.
this out.
No. It's a game show like no others.
Yeah.
The biggest jumps.
Welcome to America.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping.
Yes.
So then we edit out this dead space, you know.
Ah.
That's why then people say you want to edit your podcast basically so that no one even knows that they're like, yeah, if there's a video, people will know, but majority of the time they're not watching that video.
Yeah, yeah.
And whatever, if it was just cutting.
And then part of it too is also just like getting more natural.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
exactly.
The more that you talk and shoot the shit, the less there's gonna be.
It
that,
feels like there's
yeah.
somebody watching you
I
or
mean, we know
listening.
About, yeah, for sure. We know about that from trying to be ourselves on camera when you're like trying to like make
Oh
shit.
yeah.
You're like, this is not me, and I don't even know why. Like,
hi, how's it going? I'm Micah here.
what's up, everybody? We're checking it. I'm like,
What's
I
up,
don't even talk
everybody?
like that.
Yeah, it's hard to be yourself. That's the hardest thing to do on camera or on microphone is just literally be yourself and not care. And that's what I'm slowly getting better at. But like, still, like, I'll be completely fine on a roll saying something, and then I'll just go like, get all awkward, and then
Yeah, it's harder than it looks, and I think some people are probably way more natural at it. I think anybody can get good at it, but it's just like one of those things. Well, just like anything, you gotta consistency,
Work
keep
at
putting
it.
in the work.
and it feels ridiculous, especially when you're making videos that for those videos, it's like you're recording yourself, but 90% of the videos you're recording
Yeah.
yourself, no one's gonna see. So like you feel like
Why
weird.
you overthinking
Yeah,
it
yeah,
anyways,
exactly.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because I tried to make that vlog that one day, or I tried to make like a vlog, like see how cheap of a light I can make, or let me just get a 1.4 aperture and it looks great. But I like went to Walmart and I had my camera with me and I was like just doing like me grabbing
stores and
shelf
shit,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. But then like people just look at you and you just naturally just feel like awkward. Someone's like, "What are you taking pictures for?" And I was just like, "Just for fun." But it's just like even like that
Was it
statement.
a worker or just like a random person?
Just a random person, and the people you run into at Walmart.
Well, that's the problem. You went to Walmart. You should have went to Target, but
Yeah.
I guess you were going for the cheapest possible.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. For this vlog that, like, I want that light back. The one I left, I don't even know where it is. I remember I left it in your backpack.
Yeah, the thing that looks like a
Yeah, it just looks like-
diffuser.
Yeah. So, but like, it'll look. I think it'll look good for this, like, just being like in the corner or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got it.
Yeah. I think it changes colors too. I don't know exactly though.
I never even turned
Turned
it
it on.
on. I would hate to have to kick people out.
I would hate
anywhere.
to be like. I was thinking about like the security people actually in Walmart because I was walking in Walmart. I think yesterday too. Yeah, because I had to buy the free Fuel World. How about you give the power cord with your
Monitor,
product
yeah.
like monitor? Also, Amazon don't put that it can record longer when it can't. But I do like it, so I was like, I'm not
But
even gonna
also,
return it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was like, but the other ones are like the next one up that does record is like fucking $500.
Yep. That's how it goes.
And I was just like, okay, I can like, and then that's when I was kind of deciding like, okay, I can just stop and record whenever like
Yeah, fuck it.
it's like,
I mean, we're gonna figure it out.
yeah, exactly.
We're gonna figure out the flow, what works.
And then think about like if you had two cameras though, like I'm trying to bypass it a
Yeah.
different way. So you know that thing that you have that like opens your shutter longer.
Yes.
So I bought one that so it does that, and then you can literally change my Canon camera to record when I press the shutter button.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do that, and it'll open the shutter, and it'll keep, but it'll just be recording, and it'll record for 30 minutes, and then it has like I can put a timer on the specific one that I bought, and then after like 29 seconds or 29 minutes 59 seconds, it buffers for 5 seconds and then just starts recording again. So it's like there'll be like a 4-second delay, but
Yeah.
it'll be continuous recording. I don't know if that'll
Have
look.
you looked into what cameras people use for podcasts? Like,
Yeah, well, there's a couple of them were using this one, and they were saying like the same thing of like that they'll just
do what
they'll
you
hit
said.
record. Yeah, a lot of them will do that, and then the Sony one works. I think works a little better, and then they also some people like if you hack into Canon's whatever, you can take off the limit, but then any warranty is voided after that though.
yeah.
So that's why I was just like,
Yeah, because I know there's cameras that they use obviously for like
Longer.
some podcast or like
Yeah.
like news that like it's almost just like it like streams through it.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
like you have to really worry.
Well,
about
that's
it.
what the other
I couldn't really
ones.
tell you more than
Yeah, well,
that,
the
but-
other ones, like the other recording thing or the screens, they generally have their own recording system in it, and this one doesn't. So I can just see myself. So what is the Higher Grounds doing in 2021, man?
2021.
What is the Higher Grounds, I guess we should say?
Still figuring it out.
It's a collaborative effort.
It's a collaborative effort to figure it out,
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
And we,
but, I mean, it's us.
it's a group
It's
of...
what we do when we hang out and, like, we make shit. That's us.
Yeah, basically. It's any collaborative effort that we do together.
But I mean, yeah, so it started out with...
Solely nature.
Let's talk about where it started, bro.
It started out with Dream Job, which was this competition that I saw that this brand Prana was putting on, and basically it was just like describe your dream job in a 3-minute video, and you have a chance to live out your dream job. We'll give you $1 million.
And then my phone rang.
Yep.
And we were friends at the time.
No, yeah. Well, no, we were like good friends.
Good
Yeah,
friends,
it
but-
just we didn't hang out like this.
Yeah, we didn't hang out like every single week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the time that you hit me up, you weren't even like really into photography or video yet.
Well, like yeah. So the
you
thing
were
yeah.
into it, but not.
Into it.
Into
Yeah, I
it.
know what
You
you mean.
weren't
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah. I was doing like my other weird ones. Not weird ones, but not as good
It
ones.
was so weird. I'm just kidding. I don't even know what you're talking
No,
about.
like remember the one I did of like it was like Arizona State University after I like made little videos.
Oh, that was pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty good for like especially like I didn't
So
have.
you were just getting into it. I
yeah,
should
basically.
say,
Well, yeah. So basically, in 2018 is when like I bought a new camera and everything, but it wasn't like a one with interchangeable lenses or anything like that.
Yeah,
And
just like
then
a-
later that year, that's when the video contest happened.
Yeah, so the video contest happens, and then you hit me up to help you make the video, and then obviously it being about your dream job, like
Mm-hmm.
what is your freaking dream job? We're making a video about your dream job, which was
My dream job is to create an outdoor experience. It's
an
basically
outdoor experience.
It was like
yeah.
outdoor experience, or it was just a show highlighting outdoor culture and maybe talking to park rangers and just doing different outdoor activities, encouraging people to get outdoors. That's
Yeah. Essentially inspiring people to get outdoors
Yeah.
and shed light a little bit more on the outdoor culture
Mm-hmm.
and what it is, and just be able to show your perspective on it, right?
Yeah,
kind of like
exactly.
what you wanted to create like a show on that.
yeah, basically that's what I thought I wanted to do if I was going to win that $1 million.
Spoiler alert, we didn't win the contest.
We lost.
We were so sure.
We were so sure. I was literally like, I was substituting every day, at least like not doing
may have
anything.
fucked up this chord. I don't know. Does it sound good?
Yeah. So yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We were so sure. Like
Yeah.
you-
I thought I for sure
you would
thought.
call me and like I would call you and be like, dude, I just have a feeling like
We're
we
won.
Yeah.
And
Well, we didn't win.
No, we didn't win at
It's
all.
okay.
Yeah.
But what did higher grounds evolve
yeah,
from that? 'Cause that's the
exactly.
original
So we
question.
were like, we got to come up with a name and everything else. So then we're like, we'll take it into our own hands. And so we were all gung ho
We're gonna
about
make our show. We don't
make
need
a
anybody.
nature show about all these different state parks, national parks we go to.
And it was cool.
And it
when
was
started
cool
out.
and it was a good idea. But then we quickly realized, I think that
Go
maybe,
ahead.
maybe it's not this isn't our exact dream. Like the video aspect of it was fun. Even the hosting and talking
And I
aspect
still
was
wanna
fun.
do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like I still want to make those kind of videos, but I think we put ourselves in a bubble like right away
And
to where
too-
like this is what we do, this is what we make.
Too small of a niche, I feel
As,
like.
yeah, as the higher grounds, like this is the type of stuff we make. So anytime the opportunity came to make something else, it always felt conflicting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, that doesn't necessarily go on with our channel, blah blah blah. But
We
know?
had a niche, but instead of like, if we were to just say like now our niche is more like filmmaking and anything about it,
Yeah,
more
yeah.
more likely basically. But in the beginning, it was like we're nature, so that anything not nature related can't go here because then people are going to be
Yeah.
confused. And then it got to a point where just like,
yeah, it just felt like super limiting,
Yeah.
honestly, because where that aspect, like nature is an aspect of our lives. Like
Mm-hmm.
we do enjoy going outdoors. We do enjoy hiking, seeing the world just like anybody, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we're a little bit more well-rounded in that than the average person.
Yeah.
But it's not like dead set who we
Yeah.
are. There's so many different aspects of like what you and I do.
Yeah.
Like, I do that, but I love street shit. Like I love like, urban stuff. Like
yeah,
I love
you don't
hip-hop,
just
like,
love taking pictures, landscape photography. It's just
I'm
like
not just this guy that wants to just be in nature all
yeah,
day. Like,
and
I
those
wanna-
are people like that, and that's dope.
Yeah.
It's really cool. However, I feel like, especially when you're having like a whole like flash forward in our channel, then we have a Western to end the year. So it went from like
Well,
our dream job to us trying to figure it out. And then the quarantine hit basically, and we were like dry on a couple videos for a few months. Then we realized, hey, if we want this to work out, we have to make money this way. We thought like YouTube was going
So
to
it turned
take
into a
off.
business, is
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
saying,
exactly,
yeah.
yeah. So we thought it was YouTube was just going to take off, and then we realized
why
like
did we think that?
because we also thought we won $1 million. So
We also thought we won this road.
yeah,
Which we'll get to in a
yeah,
second.
exactly. So then basically we realized we have to make it a business. So we started trying to figure it out, and it's just an ongoing, never-ending process,
Yeah.
really.
Well, I mean, it turned into like, oh, those guys do photography and video. Just like it's probably a pretty similar story to like most people.
Yeah.
That, like, so you know, we're doing weddings, we're doing small commercials for businesses. You know, pretty much just figuring out the industry. You know, it went from like our own thing to like, okay, now we're in the industry. Now we're trying to be a business, which HG Media came around, and that was like our professional side
like
of the
Higher Grounds, HGB,
Yeah, so we
separate
just
but together.
yeah, you know, we had to make money, and
Yeah. So then we did our first wedding. I was definitely so early for me in my photography career, but I just once again put
I like
myself.
it. What is the Micah model?
Yep, I just put myself in uncomfortable situations and roll with it.
Yeah, you just fake it till you make
You fake it till I make it. And yeah, so we did that, and it was a good experience, and it definitely made me way more comfortable with my camera after that.
Yeah,
And
no,
it just like one of those
sure.
things where I was just like, too late to feel nervous or whatever now. Like, just go. Start taking
Yeah,
roll
man.
with it.
I mean, I would probably have to say that like your growth in a year is exponential. I mean, compared to mine, like
Yeah, but-
I think about where you were a year ago, or maybe let's say like a year and a half ago.
yeah.
To now, like bro, you're pretty dope.
Yeah, yeah, and finally, like, within the past, like, couple months, I've actually, like, felt like it. But, like, for a whole first year, I was like, am I even good? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, probably not. Like I still feel the same way.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. You
am
know,
I
you're
even
always
good?
going to feel that way. Especially
To somebody I'm not.
Yeah, yeah,
To
yeah.
somebody I'm still got a lot to learn, and to other people I am that guy that is pretty good. You know what I mean? So I can't really focus on either side of that. All I got to focus on is like creating and getting better, and just keep that snowball rolling. Because ultimately, who cares?
Yeah, my whole thing is just when I create content. I don't care about. Oh, then.
But I do care.
I mean, we all.
care
You're
too much.
You're perfectionist.
I know.
That's your best and worst trait. I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
Not
it
worst,
is.
but you know what I mean.
No, but I know what you
Hindering,
mean.
like not hindering.
It could stop you
Yeah,
sometimes,
yeah.
because if it isn't perfect to what you've chopped up to be perfect, then it's like, well, then it's not good enough.
Yeah.
But, just that's something in 2021 that I'm really trying to work on, is just like putting out onto the next.
Yeah, because
onto the
it's gonna
next.
get better. That's my whole thing. Is like it's gonna get better. You're gonna look back on all whatever videos, even the videos we've already made. Like we look back and we're honestly proud of them. But there's some of them that were like the first Blue Canyon Lake.
Don't even.
So me and Jimmy are pretty bad spoilers as well. But Trail Talks and Whatnot, you guys. Also, that is this podcast that we're on.
Trail
But
Talks and Whatnot,
Whatnot is one word. You wouldn't think it was, but
Focus more on the whatnot, because you may start with the trail talk, but it's probably whatnot.
yeah, exactly.
It's probably just gonna be fucking us just talking shit about
Exactly.
anything and whatever. And I think I'm just a guest, right? Like,
I mean, yeah, but you're gonna be like a recurring
guest.
You'd be like my Tony Hinchcliffe, my Mark Normand,
be your,
my
Joe-
Jamie.
How about your Joey Diaz? Huh?
Yeah, there we
Wanna
go.
be your Joey Diaz.
Oh, so then
I feel like we're going on so many.
it's like one of those
I
things.
know I've left my point like way in the dust.
but what we're trying to do is
To summarize, we made a video about our dream job. Didn't get the loan or the money or whatever, so we just decided we are going to make our dream job a reality. Tried, didn't necessarily work out to.
that was pretty much a year ago.
Yeah. It didn't work out quite like we wanted, but we didn't want to quit on what it is that we're doing. So it evolved,
Yeah,
it
basically.
adapted, and it just kind of like became whatever it is becoming. I don't know. But
yeah, it's ever evolving thing that we're along for the ride with it, basically.
yeah, but the higher grounds, like, I don't know. We had a couple hour conversation about like what the future holds for what we're gonna do, and we obviously realized like we're both individuals. We need to be focusing on building ourselves as an individual,
Yeah.
but still keeping that relationship and building the higher ground.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's almost developing now more into like a brand and like
Yeah, yeah.
just more of like a collaborative group. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like if it's me, it's you, it's Daniel, it's whoever else we meet
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
future, a couple other people.
Duffy, other people,
like,
yeah.
It's just a group. And I mean, you know, in a year, I'll tell you something
Yeah,
different. I don't know.
exactly, yeah.
But it's not to say like we don't have a vision for it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we do have direction and we do have aspirations for what we want to keep on doing. It's just
We like making quality content, but we don't necessarily like how we originally put ourselves in the niche of the nature thingy.
Yeah,
What happened was, lo and behold, another film competition came about. Once again,
essentially, guys, all we do is make contest videos. That's all we do.
and lose.
And we think we're gonna win every single time, and we don't.
And
But we're gonna
it's
keep
like
trying.
quality too. Like the thing is, like both our videos, I feel like
They're good.
Yeah.
They're cool. But I mean, that's not going to take away from anybody else that like did better. Like,
yeah,
Like I will say like we exceeded our expectations for each video. I think like we were always surprised. Like,
Yeah.
dude, we actually did a pretty good job. Like this is not bad. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and like, you know, we were proud of it.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, this is cool.
Mhm.
You know, but you know, I even look back on like the original Dream Job video
Mm-hmm.
now. I'm like, it's okay. Like I still
I know,
like
yeah,
it. It
yeah, I
has
know what
it
you
has a
mean.
place in my
Yeah,
heart,
yeah.
right? Like it's like,
but yeah, just you think about what we could do now.
yeah, I mean,
and, like-
it's just gonna always like I'm gonna look back next year and be like, I'm better than that. I'm better than that. I love
And so
editing though.
yeah,
Like,
it's fun when you like are going and then like you look down and all of a sudden it's been like 4 hours and you're like, what
nothing
the hell?
passes
Yeah,
time more than like when you get into an editing
Yeah.
groove and you're just on.
literally.
On. You just like, dude. Before you know it, you look down. Like playing video games doesn't even pass time like that.
No, I see.
Yeah.
I'll literally. Okay, 5 more minutes. Look back, like 30 minutes pass. I'm like, what the hell? And then like look back again, and hours pass.
And
I'm
I
like,
won't get tired.
yeah.
I
and
won't.
then you like force yourself because what happens is like I'm like, okay, it's 12 o'clock. I have to go to bed, and then I'm like still wide awake trying to go to
Yeah.
bed, but like.
Oh my god, I'm still editing. Like I'll lay down and like I'm still.
You got a bottle opener? Sorry.
I do actually. Yeah. There you go.
Corona.
Coronavirus. 2021. Yeah, I love to edit. I love to edit when I love to edit. And what do I mean by that? I don't know. Like when you really enjoy what you're working on, I guess,
Yeah.
you know? It's like you get into that groove and you just go. Like it's so different than working on like projects where you're like, yeah, I'm going to make a good video. I'm going to do something. I don't really care
You're not
about
passionate about
it. No,
it.
but
yeah.
when you're like, you know what? I fuck with this. Like I really enjoy this. Like, and you're just fine tuning everything and just trying to make it cohesive and flow and just timing and just I don't know. It's so fun.
I agree. Oh well, basically, so we were supposed to. We haven't got to the to. Did we even? We haven't really talked about us making the Western though.
We can talk about anything,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want.
Exactly.
Trail talks and whatnot. I really like the whatnot part because
That's why my whole thing was like, well, trail talks. Maybe I'll start. I'll start like the intro
Maybe, yeah.
with like
we haven't even talked. Okay, if it's called trail talks, we haven't even talked about any trails, any hikes. Do you want to see? Are you putting yourself in that bubble?
No, that's why I added the whatnot so that I'm never in that bubble. So I can be like, well, what I figure is like most of my guests, I'll just like kind of like talk about like a hike I've done with them or just a trip or whatever. And maybe we'll brush on it, talk about it a little bit. Like just remember that time just to get the conversation going and then just kind of let it go from wherever.
I like that.
And like that way it's like some type of format but not anything that it's like you have to stick to and stuff like that. But I also would like to interview people who are just like interesting, like any like someone who's passionate about something. So like my cousin, who's like Merced City School Board or whatever, like I would like interview him because it's just like there's no one. I don't know. I mean, I know there's a few people doing podcasts that around here, but not anyone like that I really know or mess with that much.
Yeah, I know of like a.
The guy who does UFC one, you know who I'm talking about?
Say that again.
He does.
You say UFC?
Yeah, there's this guy who does like podcasts all about MMA.
Cool. I know
or
Joe Salmari will be on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they've actually had.
I know
guests,
Bruce.
Bruce Buffer.
Oh yeah, that exactly. I saw that one.
They've had a handful of like UFC fighters.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like.
wrestlers.
That's why I was like, okay, like I mean,
I think you'd be surprised, like if you reach out and be like, "Hey, I just like want to talk to you."
And that's what like one of the main things of advice was like go on other people's show and have other people come on your show. They're like, or just like they're like just always have people who have other bases on yours, so because they're gonna be promoting you if they go on your show or whatever. And I'm like, I'm just rolling with it.
Are you dead set on Trail Talks and whatnot?
No, I'm not dead set on Trail Talks and whatnot, but I want to have some type of. It's more of like I feel like I like hiking and stuff like that. So like it kind of.
How much do you like hiking? Do you like it so much that you want it to dominate like your podcast? Like it's literally part of your name. You might.
Maybe.
There is no wrong answer.
Well, it's not. It's what. Yeah, I can think. Well, because originally my original podcast idea was just Trail Talks.
Yeah.
And then I've like.
But that was also when we were like.
That's when I was.
Where everything had to be about outdoors.
Yeah.
We were gonna make outdoor recipes.
Also, the most ridiculous thing about Higher Grounds is that my stupid backpacking review has the most views on it, and it's just like a video that has the least amount of thought to it, though. Like that's just how it goes, though, too.
It's because
it's a review too, so people are like more inclined to look that
all it
up.
takes is someone to search that backpack.
Yeah.
And like many YouTubers have said, that's what they said. No. They say you got to play the game a little bit. Like, we don't give a fuck about those videos. Like,
Yeah.
I could care less. I mean, unless you do. Like, maybe I'm making a backpack review on my new camera bag that I got.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm actually like, this backpack's pretty sick. And I know how much, like, effort I went into, like, studying and, like, researching. I make it sound so, like, methodical. Looking into camera bags, like, I was like, it took me
I got a backpack.
Yeah, it took me a couple years though to be like, am I gonna buy this one? All the ergonomics and everything.
It's also because camera equipment in general is so expensive, but like dropping a good amount on a backpack is even harder to do. Like,
but I mean, I'm ultimately happy, really happy with my decision, and if I could help people guide them, like, hey, just do this one. Like, if you're looking for something that works. ABC.
Well, that's essentially why I think the backpacking review worked. Is because literally, like, I like the backpack; it's a great backpack. But there's like they didn't have straps that normal backpacks had, and I just pointed that out. But that's like the number one thing that people comment on is just like, oh man, thank you for telling me that didn't have the straps. And someone like commented like, oh, the newest version does have the straps, but this version doesn't. Blah blah blah. So one way or another.
Yeah, I think as long as like I'm down to do reviews on shit that I like. You know what I mean?
Stuff like basically the same thing like with tutorials. Like I don't want to do a whole bunch of tutorials on YouTube, but I will do a tutorial for stuff that like I don't like going to YouTube and then having to watch a 6-minute video when it literally could have taken a minute to get to.
Well, yeah, because they're counting like view time. Like a lot of the times people will have a 20-minute video and then what you needed to find out is in minute 19.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if they get people that
to
are like
stay
staying
on longer
on the video, that's better for the analytics, and the algorithm's gonna start rolling in, and
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. So I'm literally I'm gonna do the complete opposite approach where I'm just gonna do tutorials, but I just want it to be like under a minute. Every time, not every time, but like
under a minute.
A minute. I just want it to be like quick and to the point because that's all.
Maybe 2.5 minutes.
Well, can't do a 2-minute Tuesday, but me specifically,
yeah, but Peter doesn't even do a 2-minute Tuesday.
He does a
10-minute Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. But
which doesn't sound bad.
Yeah,
Peter, just call it 10-minute Tuesday.
Yeah, Peter, we're big fans of you, but I mean,
yeah.
No, but I just feel like because there's some things that like. Specifically to Premiere that like I look up all the time that I'll forget to do, but it's always like even if it's just a 3-minute video, sometimes it's just like they could just be like, "This is what you do. Go right here, boom."
Yeah, they stretch it out.
They stretch it out, and I get it because they're like, "This is my channel, blah blah." I just personally think that I could do like, "Hi, this is Micah. This is my channel. Subscribe if you want, and talk about this."
You can call it.
Bing boop bop.
Hey,
bop.
this is Micah, the 1 minute man. Why do they
Micah's
call me the 1 minute man?
Mondays.
Don't ask my girl.
Ask my girlfriend.
Yeah, there you go.
Or my fiance. I'm supposed to be wearing my ring. I forget all the time. But I'm not married yet, right? So
That's how it works.
yeah. And Errol came over. Yeah, Errol was
yeah, I was
like,
there, yeah.
I was like, he was like, I don't know, Chris doesn't wear his ring. I'm like, oh, it's not a reason, but
I know, but
it's like more of a justification.
Yeah.
And that's what I told Lindsay too. I was like, Errol and Chris haven't been wearing their wedding rings. I was like, and they're married, so think about that.
yeah. Well, we'll get to a point where wedding rings are no longer a thing, you know.
Yeah. No law binding contract.
I don't need symbolism for love.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Symbolism
Don't
for
be
love.
offended by me and my perspective on marriage. If
Just
you're
don't
watching this, babe,
Yeah,
don't
I was
be
just
mad
to
at me.
say. I was like, it's more jewels.
Yeah, so I have a question,
Yes.
Mr. Micah Diele,
Mm-hmm. That's my name.
part-time sub,
Part-time sub.
full-time dream chaser.
Yeah, that's for sure.
What is your big, resolution, your plans for 2021?
So-
I know that you could already check one off the list.
Check one off the list is this podcast, which Troll Talks and whatnot, maybe. Or maybe it'll be something else, who knows?
Trail talks and whatnot, or something else.
Or the whatnot, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so one of them is podcast. And so I already got all the equipment for that one.
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt.
Go
you,
ahead,
but
go ahead.
Real talks and whatnot.
Oh, that sounds better. Look at episode 1. I think we might have just came up
Yeah.
with the new name. Trail Talks is out. Real Talks is in.
Real talks and whatnot.
And our group has had a history of real talk as well.
yes.
Just a lot of real
and that's
talk.
what we always call it.
Yeah,
Like,
real talk.
I was chilling with Kyle.
Yeah.
Real talks. Me and Sam
Kai
were,
was
you
the
know-
king of real talk for a while there.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, back to my.
My question. Your question.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah. So one of my goals, podcast, and already on the right track for that one. My other goals of 2021 is basically I want to make. I don't know. I want to do like this little mini documentary series, and I kind of feel like. I don't know. It's just 3 simple questions that I want to ask people. Just like, who are you? Where you're from? What do you do? And that's one question. I know I said 3 questions, but so that's like the main first question, introducing themselves. Second question is what are they passionate about, and then the third question is just kind of like, what do you hope your impact is on people? And then I just want to kind of just stay consistent with that mainly, as well as do a couple other maybe like short films or collaborative efforts and some funny stuff, because although I like to make some stuff that's serious and people can connect to, I also think a big part of me and you is like we like to be funny, or we just mess around, goof around.
Bullshit.
So bullshit.
Yeah. But serious bullshit.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's always bullshit with good intentions, but
Yeah.
it's just like any other bullshit where we're dying, laughing, crying sometimes.
Well, we just enjoy it. You know what I mean? But it always takes a lot of work. So those are your main goals for.
That, yeah, and then as well as I want to do, I don't want to do like a video. I won't say a video a week, but I want to do like, well, if I'm doing a podcast, some tutorials and some other stuff. But like, yeah, I want to do like at least like 3-4 videos a month basically. And I'm thinking it's probably going to more start in February because I want to try to get things going. I want to have like I'm like stocking up basically, so I
January's
have.
still kind of been like a
Yeah, and I realize I'm gonna do that. Remember that the Let Your Soul Speak one, like with Joe Rogan narrating it. I'm just gonna upload a lot of like just so that when people go to my channel, it's not like nothing, to start out with.
Oh,
I
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think maybe you can talk about that, like how you're like trying to develop. I don't think you really mentioned that you're trying to work on your own YouTube channel and like create your own thing.
I got you, yeah. So yeah, my goals for 2021. Let me just put that in right there after you asked me that. But yeah, it's to start this podcast and then my own YouTube channel as well, and just try to have this podcast on that as well as a mini documentary series where I talk about people from the area, and then just tutorials and just helpful videos that I think that will help me. I mean, there's like a million filmmaker YouTube's out there, but like I feel like a lot.
There's
I mean, there's a million reasons also not to make one because there's a whole bunch of people out there that do it. But like, I feel like people generally come to people who are themselves, and I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
people are always trying to be somebody else. And the thing with me or with us is that like we've had the whole year of like realizing,
Figuring this
yeah,
shit out, yeah.
exactly, like realizing like okay, when we're on camera, we're not ourselves. So it's just about finding out who I am and just being myself on camera and being true to myself because I think for a while, like, you always just like, okay, like I have to have a legitimate job. I want to be a teacher because I should be a teacher because
Yeah.
people are encouraging me to be a teacher. But it's just like within the last year, I've just realized like I'm gonna do what makes me happy because it's pretty much now or never. So roll with it.
kudos to that, man. Yeah, I respect that.
And I
it's
respect
tough.
you for bringing me on this journey as well because I feel like, I mean, I do think I've gotten really good within a year and a half, but I don't think I definitely wouldn't have gotten this good without having someone so knowledgeable.
I mean, I'm super thankful that I had you there, man. I mean, helping you helped me in a lot of ways, you know? It helped push me, you know what I mean? I still have this, and I always have this fear that, like, one day you're going to bounce out and be like, you know what, man? Like,
I have that same fear about you, man.
I can promise you, as long as you're, like,
Yeah.
staying with it,
Yeah.
I'm always going to stay
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it, regardless. But, like,
It's like when I went back to work for a little bit, and it was like I was supposed to be a substitute, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
I was like teacher.
I just, you know, you
And it
fear
was-
that sometimes, like, life's going to pull you in a different
Yeah,
direction.
or like you have to grow up or or whatever it is, or have
Yeah.
to like financially grow up. I mean,
Well,
not
you,
like
you do, and I mean, ultimately, that is, you know, up to us to really figure out how to manage that. You know what I mean? While still doing what you're passionate about. You know, because I think it is really important that you know, don't lose sight of that. I think most people do. I
Oh,
think
yeah, for
most
sure.
people lose that passion and they wonder what if.
they go. Yeah, what?
Short film coming out 2021.
Shameless plug.
But yeah, man.
No, I
mean,
completely agree with
it's
that.
Fucking,
I feel like a lot of
sad.
people, yeah, it is, and it's just like people go to school for one thing, they get a degree in it, and then like they feel limited what they can do because they can only do whatever the degree taught them,
Yeah.
and they're afraid to go out of their career or their field because they're whatever $50,000 in debt or whatever else it is. You know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
like
I mean, then they have to be responsible adults. They put themselves in a situation where now they need to take care of that.
Yeah.
And I completely respect that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I do a lot.
But
you
I
know?
think also that, like you're saying, it prevents people from being able to do what they want because sometimes
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go to school for something like me, for example. First off, I didn't know what to major in. It was like history, archaeology, anthropology, and then back to history again.
Yeah.
Then I got my AA in business. Then I was like, oh, I'll do sustainability in business. And then I was like, I can't take calculus online. So then I was like, I'll do educational studies. I'll become a teacher. And then, lo and behold, go through all that. And the first thing I do when I graduate is try to make a film. And then for the next 2 years, basically just figure out like, wait, okay, I do want to do this film thingy. I always have, but
It's
I've
always kind of been.
yeah,
what
yeah,
you wanted
yeah,
to
exactly.
do.
Me and my buddy
I mean,
Josh.
you've been making videos.
I was since high school, like literally sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
Like I love video projects for classes, everything like that. I would literally like make commercials and stuff for classes. It was super fun. And then it was just like, Mom, I'm not talking crap against you guys, okay? Just letting you know. But because my mom was always like, they kind of like, my sister
Laugh
had
it
went to
off or-
FIDM, which was like the art institute, and then she like she was pregnant, not flunked out.
Yeah.
She went super successful, but but then that kind of scarred them for like me wanting to go into like an art type of school. And granted, film school, like it could be better because like without my parents saying no, don't do that, none of what we would have done would have even happened.
Yeah.
Like the higher grounds could have like not even happened if the certain things, and that's just like even like it's something as simple as like you and Kaim not working together or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's so many what ifs, and like, you know, you could have done.
What if?
You could have done this, you could have done that, but you're at where you're at right now, and it's a good place, and you know.
I'm happy. I'm excited. I feel like 2021 is going to bring a lot. The only thing I really do need to do in 2021 is like I gotta go see that dentist. I just haven't seen the dentist in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Adult stuff.
Health is key. Mouth health too. Well, I think those are good goals for 2021.
I also do. Did you even talk about your goals at all?
Did not talk about my goals, but
We
I can
can-
tell you about.
Yeah,
some
go
of them.
ahead.
Well, I could check one off my list because I wanted to be on a podcast.
Well, glad to have you as my first guest.
Yeah, man, I'm happy to be here. But a lot of my goals are very similar to yours.
Granted.
I think yesterday I wrote down in my journal about all my goals, and essentially it's just improvement, man. It's just improvement in all aspects of like being an artist,
Mm-hmm.
you know, staying up on knowledge, making sure I consistently keep learning, focus on my relationships that I have and making sure they're healthy. Like, I feel like that's so important. Like, I can really chalk up like having good relationships around me to like me being more successful and having a better life.
Mm-hmm.
So even though things are good with mostly everybody, like still putting in the effort to make sure they stay good and maintain. Fitness, I want to be able to take my fitness to the next level.
I'm just trying to keep my fitness as
Well, I need to get back,
Uh-huh.
and then I need to take it to the next level.
you need to run.
I hate running.
Yeah, but I mean, you could do it.
I know. Anyways, don't make me look bad. This is my goals, man. You're making me look bad over here.
Throwing the run one at you.
Yeah. And what else? Just finance management, financial management. But a little bit more specifically is like, developing my YouTube channel. And I've been working on a lot of things, writing out kind of like the approach that I want to have. So really developing my channel. And, I have some like numbers that I want to hit. I'm not dead set on them. I'm not heartbroken if I don't, but there's things that I'm shooting for just to like put that out into the universe.
Yeah.
Develop my business more, our business more, in making money.
Yeah, I think. Sorry if I don't interrupt you,
no,
but
go
I think it's something that would be cool, like just making T-shirts, because I think like even just people who we know, like they're everyone's cool. They'll support us.
No,
They'll
dude,
buy
I'm-
some
I'm already
T-shirt.
on
You know what I
it.
mean?
I'm
Yeah,
already
yeah,
on
yeah.
it, bro.
What you got, man, bro?
We'll
What
talk
you
about it after the show.
talk about after? Okay.
Yeah. And just really growing as an artist and like a human being. It sounds corny, but like it's just literally, I'm just trying to be 1 year better than I was last year. You know what I mean? Like, just be a better version of me. And I know what that is to
Yeah.
me. Like, I know what I got to do for that, and really trying to stay focused on
Yeah.
my goals.
Yeah.
Without sounding like too cliche or anything, but just not lose sight of.
Well, I mean, I think we did a pretty good job compared to most people in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah, dude, it was like maybe one of the worst years in recent history for the world.
Yeah.
But it was. And it was a shitty year
Yeah.
for both of us too, but
But-
it was one of our best years.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It was one of my best years in life.
like, yeah, it was shitty, but we also at least got the chance to hang out every week with each other and work on stuff.
Dude, we grew so much
Yeah.
as like individuals and artists, and like figured out so much things.
Yeah, and that's what I think I realized too. Like, because it went from like me, like once again, like our niche was like nature and stuff like that. So I was making like 7 hiking tips on things you should take hiking, and like you're saying, like you're like, well, how much do you like nature? Like, I don't think enough to. I mean, like I love nature, I
make it
love
my
camping,
life,
I love
yeah.
backpacking, and I want to talk about those
It's
things
an
on my
aspect,
channel.
it's
You know what I
just
mean?
a-
But that's just like a hobby that
part
I
of your
like.
life,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It's a hobby that I like, but it's like you said, like I don't want to necessarily like make every single video of me talking about something that like what are you talking like? Why would I make a video of 7 things to bring hiking when I don't bring seven of those things to bring hiking? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that was figuring it.
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
That
But I'm
was-
saying like
yeah.
that's the whole year was just all about growth, and I think both of us have
Dude,
grown so much in the past year.
if I would have told me and you last year, like right now, that we'd be sitting here having our first episode, like I'd be like, okay, fucking cool, man.
Yeah, I
We
would have
fucking
been.
grew.
I would have like, wow, we're still doing this. Like I would have
Yeah.
been like pumped,
That's
exactly,
fucking
because it's
dope.
just like you never. I mean, like you're saying, like it's just in the back of your mind of like like, what if you want to go off and do something or whatever else?
yeah.
And that's the thing. That's what, like, I think we're at least honest with each other and upfront all the time. That
And honestly, dude, that's what's really is cool. I mean, you know, I can't wait to do more episodes where we could talk about more shit, more specific shit, maybe.
Exactly.
But, like, you know, just keep going. You can't wait to make our short films that we got coming up.
Yep, there'll be some a little more of the funny side of things.
And there's gonna be some more serious shit.
Yeah,
too.
of course, of
You know,
course.
there's gonna be. I feel like that's part of me too. That like I only get to express like creatively is like that more serious. side of me
Yeah.
sometimes, you know.
I do feel you.
But you know, just keep growing, man, and it's gonna be a really fucking good year, and let's get it done in 21.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that was your get it done in 21 and fake it till you make it, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is closing off the first episode of Real Talks and Whatnot. Got the name of it.
Yeah.
And cheers
man.
brother. This is it. Real Talk and Whatnot.